So I've never made a corset before. Actually, I've never made anything structured before, but I always wanted to make a corset. So I found a free pattern, watched some videos and just gave it a go. The pattern is for intermediate. I am not an intermediate. I am a beginner plus. I only started sewing 6 months ago, and I should have known that it was going to be a long journey when I printed out the pattern and it didn't print out properly, so I had to physically draw out the line via my monitor. But I was still excited because I found these 3 upholstery fabric in charity shop, and I think these will be a great candidate for this project. I feel like this one in particular reminded me of the Ralph Lauren 2003 spring summer collection. Like, it's so pretty and kind of vintage looking, but I ended up using this fabric as my first corset tryout because if I had ruined this fabric, I think I would have been upset, and I don't actually have that much of it either. So like any sewing, 90% of the time is about ironing. I also like to trace the pattern and cut them, so it takes some time. By the way, I used this really lovely butter soft fabric, which again I found in a charity shop, as the lining but also as the mock-up. Okay, so there are 7 pieces of the pattern but no instructions on how to sew them together. So I ended up sewing in numerical order, but should have looked at the comments because apparently 5 and 6 is supposed to be swapped. I don't actually know which one is correct. Anyway, revealing the first mock-up. So I should have used a pattern couple sizes down because this is massive. Like, I have no asset to fill all of this, but instead of printing a different size, I thought of altering the pattern so it fit me instead. I mean, the other reason was also because I don't have a printer and I don't want to go library to print. To make the changes in the pattern, I basically pinched the excess fabric and measured it, then drew the new pattern on the brown paper. I also only modified a few of the patterns so that I don't have to alter everything. The second mock-up fit a lot better. I still had some excess, so I changed the pattern slightly. I then went straight into the main fabric and the interface as well. Honestly, ironing and cutting took so long, but I don't know if I'm just impatient or just slow. After sewing the main fabric, I tried it out and it looked like it fit really well. It does need a bit of smoothing, so I think that's where the boning would help. I bought both plastic and steel boning, but I ended up choosing the plastic one because I didn't have a steel cutter. Also, you can sew these plastic ones straight into the fabric. Just started sewing the ends of these boning channels with some fabric so they don't poke out of the actual corset. But yeah, still got 10 more to go. Honestly, long. So before starting this project, I guess the main concern for me was boning because I've never done it and I wasn't sure how to tackle the curved parts. And yeah, like, I went straight into it. I didn't really watch anything or read up anything, and I had to seam rip not once, not twice, but like 5 times. I somehow managed to sew this part with the boning channel. Oh my god, another seam ripper job. Honestly, I stopped filming because it was 11 o'clock at night and I was losing my mind. After sewing all the boning pieces, were they all centered? No. Did I go back and change it? No. Moving on. So sewing the main fabric with the boned up lining sounded really straightforward until I started sewing, and then I realized that I made the main fabric shorter than the lining fabric, which meant that the boning were sticking out. So I had to cut them and then make them a bit shorter. But I was still excited because it was all coming together, and I was hand sewing to give it a nice finishing touch. So I've never used corsets before, and I thought it was going to be not that hard, because the kit that I bought from Amazon, when I looked at the reviews, they said that it was a really good kit and it was really easy to use. So I tried it on some scrap fabric, and it was the most frustrating thing ever. The fabric cutter didn't work at all. The crimping kit wasn't crimping. At the end I ended up using seam ripper and scissors to make holes for the corsets, push them by hand, and then try to crimp it using the kit. I was so frustrated, I ended up not even filming doing this on the main fabric because I made some holes too big for the corsets, and I thought I have ruined the fabric or ruined this project. But I came up with this genius idea of hiding all of that and securing the corsets by hand sewing around it. Now I've watched some videos and realized it's actually a really well-known thing to do. Also, did I buy the wrong threads when I ran out of the thread? Yes. But did I continue sewing? Yes, because I just wanted to have this piece all come together. So I've been waiting to less this up since I started the project, and this is the grand review. Ta-da! As you can see, it's a bit loose and I wanted it to go, but it's my first corset, and you know what, for the first try I think it's pretty decent. And I like this flow, but I just need to iron this little kink out. But yeah, would I wear it out? I think I would, you know, like I hate wasting projects and I hate wasting materials and fabrics and stuff like that. So it's not perfect, but I think it's still alright to wear it out. Boning kind of flattens everything, even some of the curves, and it's a little bit big on me and it's not quite symmetrical. But it's a corset and it's a garment I think I can wear. So I started this thinking it would take me a weekend. It took me 11 days. I unpicked more than I sewed. I stayed up later than I thought I would, and I had a few separate crises. But I really do want to make those vintage corsets. So maybe not the next project, but definitely in the near future. And yeah, maybe I need to look into more videos and actually learn instead of just diving into things. But yeah, don't look too close because I haven't washed them, so I still got some chalk. Yeah, I definitely need to top stitch this part, but I just wanted to finish this video because it's been 11 days